Hello good people of YouTube, All About Nat is back with another video, and this afternoon I am here in the old studio and I am working, and it just came into my head regarding the last video. Obviously my last video, if you haven't seen it, go back, watch it. It's a corker. Well, it's not a corker, it's just a nice little chat video about my favourite brands at the moment and asking me about yours. And then I thought, well, if I'm asking about favourite brands, let's talk about my least favourite brands. So, as you know, if I'm doing videos in here, I tend to sort of do a posture at the same time. So, do excuse me while I continue to carve this wonderful, wonderful kitchen spoon. Which, actually, a little plug for myself, if you are interested in getting some quirky, unusual gifts for Christmas or anytime, please go to peakdesigncreations.com and have a look. Shop small businesses, guys. I can't emphasise it enough. We need your custom. So anyway, back to the subject at hand. So let's talk about least favourite brands. Before we do get into the full video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It would be wonderful to get to 2,000 subscribers at some point. I'm not going to put a time frame on it, but at some point soon it would be amazing. And also drop a like on the video and comment down below your least favourite brands and why. Tell me why. It would, you know, I want to hear reasons, not just random shit. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, my first least favourite brand, I'm going to say, is Palace. Oh my god. So, I'm doing that because I know a lot of people like Palace. Now, just a little disclaimer, guys. If you don't agree with someone's opinion, you don't need to hate. You just, you know, say, oh, right, I like Palace because there's this and this. And I go, oh, right, cool. Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. Nice. Move on. No need for an argument. No need for hate. It is what it is. We've all got our own thoughts and opinions. So, Palace, yeah. The reason why I'm not a fan of Palace is a couple of reasons. It's a pretty much, in my opinion, major copy of Supreme. They've tried to, and they're succeeding, clearly, tried to go down a, you know, a higher end skate brand look, i.e. Supreme, and they're even doing their own collaboration with a high end brand, forgot the words then, high end brand, Gucci. So you've got Supreme, you've got Palace comes along, kind of does the same weekly drops, limited drops, then has a similar sort of price point. Another thing I don't like about Palace is when they have their funny little quips next to their product, which to me just sounds like, if you're from the UK, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Very scally. They like to use scally lingo, scally slang. To me, it just screams of a scally brand, which ain't my thing. So then, you know, like I say, they then do their little collaborations. So Supreme do their collaborations with North Face, with Nike. Palace do their little collaborations with Adidas, with Arc. Is it Arc as well? They've done their collaborations with Arc. Supreme did their LV collaboration. Now we're suddenly getting this Palace Gucci collaboration. It all screams of copying the model that Supreme is. And you know, we all are inspired by other people. There is very, very few original ideas out there anymore. It's all been inspired by someone else. But to me, that's almost like a direct copy. I can't help but think that they could have done it in a slightly different way, But why should they? This is just my opinion. It's working. People love it. So, you know, I don't know. It just tells me it's a direct copy of Supreme, but not as good, because Supreme back in the day was amazing. So that is my first least favourite brand. Then we go on to Yeezys. Kanye West. He's a bit of a one, isn't he? He's a bit of a one. Kanye West. Oh God, it's causing more controversies of late, but that's a whole other video altogether, so we won't go down that route. But Kanye West Yeezys, don't get it, never got it, still maintain that I will never get it, don't understand it, and to this day I can quite honestly say I've never owned a pair of Yeezys. Never. And I can't ever see me ever owning them anytime soon. The only one, and I think I may have said this before on a video, that I actually don't mind, but I still don't necessarily think it would suit me, is the 500. Or is it Yeezy 500? Yeah, the Yeezy 500, I think. I've had them before and I've sold them, but I've never owned one to wear. And when I've had them and sold them, I thought, what the fuck? Like when I've had a 350 in my hand, I still don't get it. I just don't understand them. I just don't. And maybe that's just me, but I don't get them. Yeezy Gap collaboration. Oh my God. I mean, what in the world? Is that all gone to pot now? I think he's pissed off with Gap or something. Yeah, I just... I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Why would you want to look like a bin bag? Like, really? Why would you want to look like a bin bag? A bin bag with some aliens on your feet. I mean, is it the free runners or the runners, or there's some shitty Croc rip-offs? I mean, for God's sake. And people pay resale for this shit. Blows my mind. So yeah, those are my reasons. I don't understand it aesthetically. I don't find them pleasing. I don't really want to look like I've got a shiny bin bag on as a jacket. So yeah, Yeezys, number 2. Number 3, I'm going to say Adidas. Oh my God. I mean, it's more, I'm going to say this right now. It's not that I would never buy Adidas again, because I would. If they actually did something fucking decent. What is it with Adidas? I don't get it. 15, 20 years ago, they were brilliant, Adidas. They were brilliant. They were on point with Nike. Really good. I mean, I've always been probably number 1 Nike, but 2, Adidas was pretty close. Now, for years, I've just not been interested. There's been nothing they've released I've thought, oh, I must have a look at that. The forums, yes, I've loosely looked at, because they are kind of the closest you've got to sort of Dunks in an Adidas sort of style. But honestly, I find it boring. I'm gutted that, I really am gutted that Pharrell went to Adidas. I wish he'd gone to Nike. So gutted, because I think he would have made some brilliant products, honestly. You know, and then you've got Sean Wotherspoon, who thinks Adidas is the best thing since sliced bread. Mr. Sean Wotherspoon, who, when he did his 97s, went, I'm never working with Adidas, never working with anyone else. Amazing, isn't it? What happens when money talks, dirty cash, I want you, dirty cash, I need you. There you go, yes, money talks, Mr. Wotherspoon. So, yeah, Adidas, please start producing some good shit, because I'd like to see it. I really would. Please. please. The North Face. Now, I suppose these brands aren't the worst, because there are some worse brands out there, of course there are, but I'm just thinking, you know, that I may have bought or will have bought or have gone a bit downhill, and just not the brands that I thought they were. North Face is up there because of the way they shafted Futura. Now, there was a legal hoo-ha going on. I think they used, please don't quote me, if you want to know the full story, just give it a Google. I think they used his artwork and tried to pass it off, something along those lines, or he did some work for them and they've continued to use it and they've not paid him the correct amount, something like that. And he came out on his Instagram saying, you know, the little guy gets shafted, basically. And I mean, Futura ain't that little. I mean, it's not a big brand, obviously, but I'm little. PDC is little. Futura is, you know, bigger than I am, way bigger. But he still got shafted. And I, you know, as an artist myself, I will always stick up for the artist. And as, you know, North Face are a millions and millions and millions of pound company, there was no need, really, for that. So since then, I've tried to steer clear of the North Face. They did do some nice collaborations with Online Ceramics. That was a good collaboration. They do continue to do nice things. I just don't dig that ethos. I don't dig that attitude. So yeah, not good North Face. I did also forget to tell you another brand that I love from last week, and that is Stingwater. I can't even believe I forgot, because I've got loads of Stingwater in my collection. T-shirts, beanies, socks, 2 pairs of the SB collaboration. I can't believe I forgot that. But sometimes there are loads of brands you love, and it's not that they're not up there, because they really are. I think Stingwater are fantastic, and they are just as good as Stussy, in my opinion, and, you know, ACG in a lot of ways, but they're just different, and they're just great. In terms of the small escape brands, Stingwater, highly recommend them. So that's the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I can't wait. Honestly, I really look forward to reading your comments. So please, if you watch this video, please comment down below, because I love to read them. Most of the time I do get a chance to reply. So please do comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and all about Nat. We'll see you on the next one. Keep it real, guys.